All right, everybody. Welcome into the Thursday edition of the training. Happy almost end of the week to everybody. Hope everyone's had a good week recording videos, using Dubb AI if you're using Dubb AI, using Classic Dubb, the Dubb Sales Studio. So hope everyone's doing recording and sending them out. Let's see who we have coming in today. If you are new to Dubb, please put a one in that chat. If you're new to the platform, if you maybe you're on a free trial, maybe just got on a paid plan, Pro or Pro Plus, maybe you saw an ad, maybe you saw a social post, maybe someone said, "Hey, check this out." You're in here checking it out for the first time. One would be awesome, and then two if you're returning would be great. Let's see, Terrence. I saw you put a one in there. Let me come over to you and say hello. Let's see, Terrence, where are you in the list here? You are right there. How are you, Terrence? If you want to say hello, you're more than welcome to unmute and say hi. If you want to say hi, if not, you can say hi in the chat. Hey, Terrence.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well.
So, what's your industry? What brings you our way?
So, I am in the Medicare space, looking to transition to the annuity and long term care space.
Okay. And the folks that you're going to be working with, do they fill out a form to get to you? Do you have to kind of get some lists? Do you do ads or with social posts? How are you planning on getting the folks?
So, right now, I'm using my local radio show that I have, and I have a current book of business of about 200 Medicare clients. So, I'll be starting from there, using video text to communicate with my existing base and expanding my services.
That's great. Do you the current base that you have, you said video text. Have you sent them text messages before? They've gotten text from you before?
Just your standard text, yeah, but
Yeah, okay.
not the. I think the video text will be much more powerful, and we'll be using. I'm considering using an estate planning
Mhm.
or some sort to help with expanding to annuity and long term care business.
Okay. Yeah, the reason I said have you contacted him before is because with and I'm going to walk through this in a bit, but with Dubb, how you get the animated preview, if you were to text me that, and we've never communicated before, our phones have never communicated, it would kind of be a permission-based thing. You wouldn't see the animated preview right away. You'd have to say, "Hey, Rob, it's Terrence. You mind if I send you this video about blah blah blah?" Yeah, sure. And then I'll see the preview. So the fact that these are contacts you've already reached out to, they'll be able to see that nice preview when you send it out.
Okay, got you. Oh, that's interesting. Okay,
Yeah, it's like the way the phones are set up. It's almost like a protection kind of thing. If it's a spam,
got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then the email stuff, same way to work with the preview. I think the biggest thing is, and when I show this today, what kind of style of video do you want to record? And with what you're doing, if you're showing what annuity, right? You said annuities, that's what you want to show?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Well, yes, I
yeah.
do. I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, just as an example, you can do, and when you watch me go through it here, because I'm going to go through the A to Z on how to record. And there's the webcam that you can do with a couple different options. There's screen recording, where you can put yourself in a bubble, kind of walking someone through something. And then there's the mobile app, where you can do some nice quick videos. You're on the move, you want to send a quick message about something,
Wow.
something like that. So when you see the styles, it's just about deciding what do I want to show this person? And I'm going to talk about that in a second with the hook and all that good stuff. But it's really about what is that preview telling the person for them to want to click, if that makes sense.
Got you. Got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Terrence, thanks for coming in, my friend. These are trainings are going to be on our YouTube support. So I'll put that link in the chat right now. So what people usually do that come into the trainings, they'll experience it here right now. And then later, they'll go back and watch it on YouTube, on Dub support on YouTube, and go back to the part that they want to see.
Oh, cool.
Because it's kind of like sitting back and just watching the show a little bit, because Dub does a lot of stuff that I'm going to walk through. But it's really about just finding the way you want to record and then doing that one and then send us a test. We have an email address called feedback at Dubb that I'm putting right here in the chat right now. So when you're first getting going, if you want to send us an example, like pretend I'm someone that is one of your, 200 something contacts that you're reaching out to, and then we can just always give you feedback. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's good to meet you, Terrence. Thanks for coming in.
Pleasure's mine.
And let's see, I also saw a couple other ones in here, I believe. Let me see. Ryan, I saw you put a one in there. Let me come over to you, Ryan. Let me find you in our list. How are you, Ryan? You're more than welcome to say hello if you'd like to. If not, you can say hi in the chat if you're busy on the other side, if you've got multitasking going on. But let's see. Do. Yes, cool. Ryan, let me know what industry you're in. I don't know if you put your industry. Sorry, let me scroll back up and see if you put industry in there. If not, you can just let me know. That would be cool. Just so I have an idea. That would be great. And then welcome back to all of the returners as well. Um, okay, life insurance. Cool, perfect. Up in Canada, I spoke with someone in British Columbia yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful country. Okay, so let me share my screen here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through the different ways to record, different kind of strategy options, and the key for this is Dubb does a lot, but just kind of hone in on the kind of video you want to record, and we'll kind of walk through what works best. And then when you go back and rewatch it, you're able to kind of really hone in on what you want to do. So let me share my screen, and let's begin right in here. Here we go. Okay, so when you think about a dub video in general, and we were kind of just talking about this at the top, it's really about the animated preview, the GIF that someone's going to see when they get it. So we want to make this thing as interesting as we can, without being a whole full-on production, but you want to make it interesting for someone to want to click. And it's informational, interesting, curious. I want to click on this thing. And that goes for cold, warm, introductions, referrals, anything. What's the reason I'm going to want to click this video? Now, what you're seeing right here with the GIF, the repeating 3-second preview, that is whenever you hit record with Dubb, and I'm going to show you the different ways to record, but whatever way you decide to record, when you do, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat as that animated preview. So whatever you do in front of the camera for the first 3 seconds, that's what's going to show. You can technically change that inside of the Dubb platform with editing. You can, you can do a little slider, so you can slide it to a different part of the videos that you like better visually. But to save time and be efficient, just know when you hit record, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. Now, in this example right here, notice I'm holding up a little whiteboard that I'll explain in a second. But notice on the whiteboard it says, "What's your hook?" That's something you want to figure out before you decide to record. What is the reason someone should click on this video? So what you do is, and what we do it all the time. We use an AI, whether it's ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude. If within your Dubb dashboard, if you have a Dubb account, Auto, right up here at the top. This is our little AI guide in here. Any one of the AIs that you use, I would tell the AI about your industry, what the ICP is, your ideal client profile, why you're reaching out to these folks, the value that you want to convey to them, and then lastly, the action that you want them to take. So when you give the AI this nice little picture here of what you're doing, then you want to specifically ask the AI, please give me a list of about 20 to 30 3 to 5 word hooks that I can use, phrases, so someone's going to want to click on my video based on what I just told you. So to give you that list of those 3 to 5 word hooks, give them a human pass, see which ones you like, don't like, make the adjustments yourself, or you can give it back to the AI and say, look, make the adjustments on these. I want them to be wittier, more punchy, whatever the adjustment is. Then when you finally have that final list of those 3 to 5 word phrase hooks that you have, then you can decide on what kind of video you want to record. This one right here was recorded from the basic webcam video inside of the Dubb platform. Webcam video. The Dubb mobile app is on my phone, and there's a whiteboard feature where you can type the message, and that's what I used right there. So to get the Dubb mobile app, it's Dubb, Dubb app, and then it has a whiteboard feature where you can type. The reason for the 3 to 5 words is because it's nice and punchy. Got 3 words on there, 5 would fit nice and tight. And then up here at the top, 3 to 5 words works really great for a subject line and even an SMS. So it's a nice kind of balance of the right amount of words for visual and getting right to the point. Now, the hook up here in the subject line and the hook right here, they can be one and the same, or they can be slightly different because remember, I gave you a list of about 20 to 30, so you can make the judgment call right there. But this one, webcam, mobile app, whiteboard, right like that. Probably the most direct way you can communicate a message because the hook is right there on the board. Now, from the webcam, you also can do something that looks just like this. You can put a virtual background behind you. Now, notice in this one, I'm not holding up the whiteboard. There might be a scenario where you're like, you know what? I feel really confident about the screenshot behind me that it gives enough of a hook for someone to want to click. So whether it's someone's profile, like you see here, property and real estate, article you want to share within your industry, website you want to share within your industry, screenshot of an action someone took, whatever that is, if you feel that that screenshot is enough of a reason to someone to want to click, then just give a little wave, a little point, come right back to the camera, something like that. Now, you also can do something that's a combination of both of these things. So what you can do is you can have the screenshot. Whoops, sorry, that's not the right one. Where is it? This one right here. So what you can have is the screenshot behind you, like we just saw, and the hook in front. So the back could be context, and the front could be your hook. So context in the back, hook in the front, just like that. Now you also can do that with real estate. Works really well for properties. Folks that have done this over years in real estate have the property behind, have the property address or a fact about the property sitting right in front. But any industry, you can do that combination. Now you also can do screen recordings with Dubb. Now this one right here was done with the Dubb Chrome extension. It's a browser-based screen recorder where you can record anything within your browser, be on top of it, be in a circle like you see right here, and visually walk someone through something. So if you Google Dubb Chrome extension, it's a three-step process to pin it right up here in the browser, up here at the top, and then you can put yourself on top of anything within the browser. Now, this one right here is a market update in real estate. Notice I have the little annotation arrows pointing towards the bubble, and notice inside the bubble there, I have my hook again. So we know it's a market update because we can see the title, but now, because of the additional message in the hook, we know there's been a big change in the market. So, whatever industry you're in, if you're showing something visual and you want to walk someone through something within the browser, the Dubb Chrome extension is a great way to do that. And you can even add that additional hook, like you see right here, about why they should click. Now, we also have another screen recorder called the Dubb Desktop app. Now, the Dubb Desktop app is different than the Chrome extension because the Dubb Desktop app is not beholden to the browser. It can fly over the top of anything on your computer. So if you ever wanted to be on top of a slide deck, document, video, site, whatever it is, it can go on top of anything you'd like. You also can crop around things with the desktop app. So notice here, I'm pushed in a little closer as far as the cropping. I can crop vertical, I can do landscape, I can crop around anything I want to crop around. So when you see these back to back, when I show Chrome and desktop, you're going to see the similarities and the differences. But the big difference is Chrome is browser based, the Dubb desktop app is not, and can go on top of anything. Now, the last way to record is with the Dubb mobile app. So this one right here, very straightforward. This one's very similar to the webcam one we just showed earlier, where I was holding up the whiteboard. In this case, just type the hook on your screen. Add a little emoji, different font, different color, different size, whatever you want. Move it around the screen, wherever you'd like it to be, and it's the same kind of idea. You also can do something that looks like this. This is where you can drop a virtual background behind you, just like we just did with the webcam. Take the screenshot on your phone, put it behind you, and you also can do some text on the screen at the same time, just like this. The last part of the mobile app, which is really cool, is what's called picture in picture. This one right here. This one is really, really good for property walkthroughs in real estate, kind of like almost tailor-made for it. You're showing what's in front of you and you're reacting to what's happening. Uses both cameras on the phone. If you're not in real estate and you are, say as an example, sitting right in front of your computer and you pull up all the things we just talked about on your computer, you pull up a property, someone's profile, website, whatever it is, you can sit right here, use picture in picture on the mobile app, and just physically start recording and leaning into your computer and saying, hey, listen, check this out right here. And it's going to look just like this, except you're showing your computer screen and you're pointing something out. It's a different visual way to do it. If you are doing any local prospecting, business to business, this is a cool thing to do. Record the business outside, send it to the email you have there. You pull up on there, send it, go inside. Hey, I just sent you a video. If you're at a conference or an event, you could record the crowd, kind of narrate what's going on. Then you could post it on social, or you could do it as a newsletter out like that. And this is probably a rare scenario, but if you're ever with a client that you work with and you're in person, you can have them sit across from you and put your phone up like this, use picture in picture. You're in the left, they're in the middle, and you could do a little testimonial combo that you could post. So you could totally do that. So all these different styles that you just saw, whether it's webcam, screen, mobile, these are all different creative ways to get someone to want to click when they see this animated preview. Because when they click, then it's about their experience here. So when they click on the preview, they're going to be brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. So it's all about their experience here. They're going to have your logo. They're going to see it over to the left. They're going to see the initial video you created right here. They're going to see the playlist videos that are going to play after this initial video that you've made. These playlist videos will play seamlessly right after. It's a clean run-in. These are great for additional information and education. They're also really good to have your pitch video, the video you record one time, why someone should go with you, why someone should work with you, go with your products or services, your background, your skill sets. That is right there, and it will always play after this initial video because these initial videos should always be about that hook that we talked about. So you see the hook, they click on it, you get right into it. And these videos right here, I wouldn't go longer than a minute. A minute or under is probably a sweet spot. You don't want to go too long. But your pitch video about you that's always in here, that could be like a minute, minute and a half, and it will always play after. If you do have video testimonials, this is a really good spot in the playlist to have them here. Kind of closes the loop in terms of the experience. If you don't have video testimonials from your clients and you want to get some, I'll show you a little strategy that Dubb folks have used over the years in a second. Now, once they consume this content up here, these videos, what do they do below? Below here are your call to action buttons, your CTAs. These are the buttons that are going to make everything happen after they've watched the videos. Booking a time in someone's calendar with a calendar link, that's probably been the number one button forever since we started this. But visiting your site, someone could do that. They could download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide. They could fill out a form. You could have a link to an external form. They could email you back. They could check out a case study. They could leave you a review. There's a number of options you can have over here with these buttons. If you do have multiples, I would go in order of importance from left to right. Now, this is a great experience right here, but if you want to have the video testimonials, here's what you would do. So this button right here, reply with video. So if I want to get a video testimonial from someone, I'm going to record a video. I'm going to have this button below it. So when I record, I'm going to say something like this. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using the Dubb platform. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. This is not going to be complicated. What we need you to do is just click that reply with video button below and just let me know about your experience or whatever questions you would ask them. Excuse me. And then they're going to send the video back to you. And when you get it inside of the Dubb platform, you're going to get a notification that you have a video reply. And then all you do is make it part of the playlist, which is right here. And that's what you want to have done. Now, over here to the right, you have your AI assistant, Sia, your sales interactive assistant. Sia is great because when someone gets on this landing page, maybe they have questions in real time. And if they do have questions in real time, they have the ability to get them answered. So over here to the right, you can have your FAQs over here. You can have a spot where you can ask the AI a direct question. And when the AI gives the answer, it's going to want to push for your desired outcome. So in this case, it's going to give the answer here and then say, hey, are you ready to book a time with Rob? So whatever your button is right over here that you want them to do, the AI over here is going to reiterate that, wants to keep the momentum going, give the answer, but then remind you to take the next step. Now, this AI is educated inside of the Dubb dashboard with individual website link pages you can give it. It will learn what's in text on the page. And then you can also upload a PDF as well. So links, PDF, this AI becomes educated on what you're doing and helps get everything going and moving and keeping things going forward. Now, this preset landing page right here, you should have different preset landing pages for different parts of your audience. So if I was in an example, I was in insurance, excuse me, and I worked with auto and life, right? Just as an example. I want a page for auto insurance, I want a page for life insurance. If I was in mortgage, veteran loans, FHA loans. If I was in coaching and consulting, different industries. If I was in finance, maybe there's investment and then there's maybe probate or something. If you're in real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expireds, residential, commercial. If I was in recruiting, employees, candidates. In all these different industries, there are audience splits. I would have a page set up that speaks directly to them with the right videos, the right messaging, the right next steps. Now, when you're on a free trial with Dubb and you upgrade to a Pro or Pro Plus plan, we do an optimization setup. So the team's going to meet you in Zoom and help you get the pages set up, the logos, the buttons, everything you need so you can get moving on it. All of this is tracked as well. So did someone open an email? Did they watch a video? Did they click on a button? Did they interact with the AI? Excuse me. And that way you can follow up in a very, very smart way because you know the action that they took. So it's really important as far as that. Now, in terms of the recording, we're going to walk through these. How do we record a webcam video that looks just like this? So inside the Dubb dashboard, in here, you're going to go right to the top and click this red button up here, big red create video button. That's going to open up your webcam. When it opens up your webcam, now you're going to get the Dubb mobile app on your phone so you can hold up the whiteboard. So DUBB app. Once you do have it, here is the mobile app. Here is going to be the button right at the top, that little square button with the person. You can see it right there in the corner. When you select that, now you can type. So all you're going to do is get your hook, type it, turn it, just like that. Now to get the virtual background behind you, go below, select the button virtual background, go down to your photos right there, select your photos, and this is where you're going to upload any screenshots that you create and load them into here for the background. Then it's going to create a little library for you to choose from. Pick the background that you want, like we talked about before. It's going to put it behind you just like this. Just make sure you have a good front light, whether it's ring or it's natural, or a combination of both. If you do talk with your hands, I would keep them within your shoulders. I wouldn't go out into the the virtual soup here. And if you want to use a combination of both, you have your hook and you get your virtual background. You get both the best worlds, just like this. Now, every recording option in Dubb has a teleprompter option. So if you do want to use a teleprompter, all you need to do is have a script saved inside of the platform. When you do, go right above your head here, click in here. Notice it says create new script at the top. If I select that button, it's going to take me inside the Dubb platform. I can copy and paste and save a script in there. I could also scroll through here to other scripts that I have saved within Dubb, or I can always search for a script by title like that. And then you just select it, teleprompter drops down, here it is. Now for the teleprompter, I would give yourself about maybe arm's distance away, pretty good as far as the eye line. Let the words flow up into the top line when you're reading it. I would definitely give it a practice read. Make sure you put the proper inflection on the words that you want. Sometimes when a script is written and you read it out loud, you're like, you know what? I don't like the sound of that. I want to make some changes. Right here at the teleprompter, see this pencil icon right here? If you select that there, you can make the changes. You can do an edit and then just save it on the fly if you want to do that. From a speed perspective for the teleprompter, this is your speed right here, up or down. Play button is right here. Back the text off or make the text bigger. Now, if you ever feel like you're going too fast when you're reading the teleprompter, you probably are. Unless you're really excited and it's a super high energy thing, that's totally fine. But it just takes a little bit of practice because when you start using the teleprompter, it's going to keep you really efficient. We use it a lot in a lot of the stuff we do, and it's really, really good because the carefully chosen words are right in front of you and you're not searching for them. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring my hook in. I'm going to hit the record button right here in the middle, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And then I can hit the pause button, which is the little button right down here. And then I can click that same button to resume the recording. If I want to close the teleprompter, it's going to be this button right here, and it closes it. To delete the video, it's the red X right here at the bottom. Say, hey, you sure you want to do this? And then if I want to save this video into the Dubb platform, it's going to be this blue check mark right here. So again, this is one of the most straightforward ways you can communicate. Hook right here, virtual background behind, combination of both, right from your webcam. So I'm going to hit the check mark and it's going to save this video into Dubb. Now, when you save a video into Dubb, it's always going to land on the video edit page inside of the platform right here. Now, when it lands in here, this is where you can do some stuff. Now, I'm just going to select a different video just because that one's still transcoding. So let's just grab this one right here. So when you save a video inside of Dubb, a couple things. One, the title right at the top. You can click the pencil icon and you can change this to whatever title you'd like to internally. Hit the check mark when you're done, change the title. Now, if you want to preview what this video looks like on a preset landing page, all you have to do is go all over here to the right, select this square button with the arrow. It's going to open up a new tab, and here is your video that you recorded on a preset landing page. So you can preview this thing. Excuse me. Just make sure you like the videos, you like the buttons, you like the logo, you like the AI. Make sure you like it just the way it is. Or if not, you can make some changes. Now, if I want to change it to a different preset landing page background, there is a little drop down right here. And if I've already created my other preset backgrounds like we talked about before, with one click, I can select a different landing page background and it will change everything about what you just saw as far as the landing page. Every Dubb video also has a QR code that you can select right here. And this QR code, great for physical mail outs, door hanger stuff, really good for open houses in real estate. Put that right on the counter. They scan it. Thanks for coming to the open house. If you want to see similar properties, click below. If you're not in real estate and you're at a conference or an event and you're walking around meeting people, and when the QR code gets scanned, create a video that says, hey, it was great meeting you at the event. All you have to do is click below to stay in touch. And if you have a booth somewhere at an event, set up that little placard with the QR code and have the video for that. Now, any video that you save into Dubb has an MP4 option that you can always download. So see where it says MP4 right here? Click the MP4 file, you can download it. Also, analytics on this page is important. So if you over here, if we go and look at activity over here to the right, this is going to tell you what the video is doing. Was anyone opening the email? Were they clicking on the buttons? Were they watching the video? What was that watch percentage? Were they responding? Were they clicking on any buttons? What was going on with the action? So you can follow up in a really good way. Every Dubb video that you save into the platform, you can edit. So there's a little edit feature down here. If you click this, you can scroll right down here to the bottom. You can play this video right here. Hi, this is Rob with Dubb. You can also drag your timeline right down here at the bottom. See me dragging the timeline like this? So you can play it or drag it. Let's say I want to cut something out. I'm going to play it or drag it to my first cut point, which is right there. I'm going to select the scissor icon. It's going to split the clip in two. I'm going to drag it or play it to my second cut point, scissor icon. And now I've got three pieces. Whatever's highlighted in orange, that's what I can delete. And I'm going to select the trash can over here to the right that says delete clip, and it's gone. Now, if I want to bring this back, just click the undo button. Undo, 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 and you're right back where you started from. So it's nice being able to edit the videos right within the platform. Now, we recorded a video, we have it on a preset landing page. Now we just want to do a simple email send. So to do that, we're going to go inside our email, we're going to open up a compose. And first thing is, we always want to have the word video in the subject line right here, first thing that they read. Then we want to have our 3 to 5 word hook we talked about before, right here in the subject line. Then just a little bit of text inside the body, and then we're going to add the video in. So inside the Dubb platform, all you have to do is click that big blue share and send button to the right when you select a video. Click that there, drop the email in down here, the person you're sending it to, click copy for email, and then it is just a copy and paste, and it looks just like that. Now, there is also a shortcut way to do this. So if you have Gmail or you have Outlook 365, and if you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder that we're going to look at in a second, up here in the browser, right here, then the little Dubb button is going to show up. In Gmail, it's right down here at the bottom, right there. In Outlook 365, it's over in add-ins. When that button is there, I can click this button, and now I can record a video right inside my email here and drop it right in if I want to. I also can go right over here to the right and scroll through my video library. Right over here. See, I'm scrolling through, find the video you want to add, click insert. It'll pop it right in and you're able to send it. So you can do a copy and paste from inside the platform, or if you have a shortcut with Gmail and Outlook 365, you can record here or drop it in with a shortcut. Now, speaking of the Chrome extension, that's what we're going to look at next. So this one right here that we looked at before, if you want to be on top of anything in your browser and visually walks through something with a screen recording, this is a great way to visually walk someone through something in the browser. So Google Dubb Chrome extension, three-step process, pin it right up here at the top. And when you have it here, you can use it. Now I'm going to use LinkedIn as a specific example, but again, anything in your browser. So I'm going to click the Dubb Chrome extension button at the top. It's going to open up the Chrome, and I am now on the page. Webcam right here, a couple options. One is going to be your size. So you can grab the edge like this, pull it like this, custom size, whatever you want. I'm going to go too big because you want to cover everything. I would probably go maybe this size right in here, probably. And then shape-wise, you can click in here, phone shape, square, rectangle, circle. Just try to match the feel of the page that you're on, aesthetically. And then the last part is the placement. Where do you want to put yourself for the animated preview? I'm going to put myself right up next to Ruben's bubble. Inside the bubble here, I can push myself in, or I can back myself up. I can move myself around inside of here for better framing. I also can go over here and turn my camera off. If I want to do an audio walkthrough of what I'm showing, I completely can do that. I also can use my headshot if I want to use my headshot and I don't want to be on camera. And if I am on camera, I do have the option to put a virtual background behind me. So see the virtual background button there? That'll put a virtual background right inside the bubble here. I have my annotation tool that I can use right over here to the left. I have a teleprompter right over here to the right. So just like the webcam, we have a teleprompter. Open this one up here. This one is slightly different than the other one that I showed you because it's similar in the fact that we can adjust our speed up and down like we did before. It's similar in the fact that we can play it. It's similar in the fact that we can zoom away and push in our text. It's different in the fact that we can move this around the page like this, and we can grab the sides like this to manipulate the sides a little closer. So if I was going to use the teleprompter with the Chrome, I don't want to go full screen on my browser if I'm going to use the teleprompter because the Chrome is browser based. So if I go full screen, it's going to hide my teleprompter tab and I won't be able to click on it to get to it. So if I am going to use the teleprompter, I want to leave a little bit of a space at the top. So when I hit record over here, I can just physically tap this forward and I'm able to use it. Now, in terms of the orientations to record with the Chrome, right over here, there are three choices. One is going to be camera. If I select camera over here, opens up wide like a webcam. If I select tab, it's going to be a clean cut of this page. You won't see any of the tabs at the top. And if I select screen, it's going to show my entire computer screen. I would only want to do this if I want to bounce around to different tabs where my circle will jump over and I can take someone on a little tab journey. For this example, we're going to use tab orientation. So I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. I am going to bring in the hook that I used before because I want this inside my bubble. And I'm going to hit the record button over here to the right, the big blue record button. Start recording. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. I'm going to click share. And here we go. Hey, what's going on, Ruben? I wanted to send you this video because I saw that you were in technology, but I also saw that you wrote a book. So I want to chat with you about this. So I did my animated preview, first 3 seconds, that's my movement, and then I decided to jump to full screen. When you do the screen recordings, if you feel like you want to make a point and it's important, jumping to full screen is a nice way to break the visuals, make your point, and then go back to the page. You can do that by hovering over your webcam with your mouse and double clicking it. Then just double click the screen to go back to where you were. You also can hover over the button at the bottom that says expand webcam. That will bring you here. Click that same button to go back. You also can scroll around. You can move. You can be very free flowing if that's what your style is. You can hit the pause button down at the bottom, stop the recording, take a break, click that same button to resume. If you want to use the annotation tool right over here to the left, start doing some arrows on the screen. Do some text on here. Put things in numerical order of importance. Underline some stuff, do some circles, all kinds of stuff you can do to point things out. So if you're looking to really get visual and show something to someone within the browser and be on top of it inside of a bubble, the Dubb Chrome extension is perfect for it. So I'm going to hit the check mark below, like we did before, check mark. That's going to save it into Dubb. And it's going to take us right back to the video edit page that we were before, where we could do the things that we looked at, editing, analytics, all of that. Now, if I'm going to share this video with Ruben, how would I share it with them? So I want to be a first connection on LinkedIn. So I'm going to send them a connection request. It seems like most people do connect. Once I get that connection, then I'm going to click the message button right down here. And then you're going to notice over here, I am able to send Ruben this nice animated preview here that he's going to see. Now, the animated preview that he's going to get in his inbox is going to be very different than a lot of the stuff he normally gets. And the reason I'm able to add that in there is this nice little shortcut right here. See the Dubb symbol down here at the bottom with the LinkedIn integration we have? When you select that button there, opens up here. You can see me scrolling through my videos to the right. Just find the video you want, click insert. You can even highlight the text and change it to something more personal, hit send, and then Ruben's going to see the nice animated preview when you send it to him. Now, the next screen recorder we're going to look at is the Dubb desktop app. So the Dubb desktop app, again, can go on top of anything on your computer, different than the Chrome that you just saw, which is just browser-based. The Dubb desktop app can go on top of sites, documents, Canvas slides, videos, whatever you want. So to get the Dubb desktop app, just Google Dubb desktop app, download it from Mac or PC, and then when you have it on your computer, the little Dubb symbol is going to be at the top or the bottom. I'm going to click on it here. You can see the functionality right here. You also can click View Quick Menu. It will pop it up just like this. And this is where we're going to compare and contrast a couple things here. So I'm going to hit record screen. So as far as similarities, webcam here is just like the Chrome extension. Same thing. You can do all the same stuff. The annotation tool does all the same annotations. The teleprompter here is a little bit different because with the teleprompter, you actually can do voice recognition. So if I was going to read this script, I can have it on auto track like you see right here. And when I read it, it's going to go at my pace. So I have that as an option. Now, if I don't want auto track and voice recognition, I can just click that button closed, and now I can do scroll speed, up or down, like we did with the other teleprompters. So you have a choice between auto scroll or auto track. Now, another thing that's different with the desktop is this right here. So down here at the bottom, there's a little drop down. You're not going to be able to see the blue lines right now because we got a little bug with showing this thing, but just pay attention at the bottom where it says custom landscape portrait square. Those are the different orientations that you can record your background. So if I wanted to do custom, I could crop around anything on my site I want to crop around. If I go landscape, that's the YouTube orientation. You can put it on top of anything. If I go portrait, that's going to go skinny for social media. Vertical, I can put that on top of anything. So with the desktop app, you have the real ability to decide what you're going to record on your screen. It's pretty cool. Now, recording itself, I'm going to hit the record button at the bottom. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and now I am recording. I can pause and resume this recording. The big difference is the check mark. When I hit the check mark here, it's not going to save it into Dubb. When I select it now, it's going to open up a preview window that you see right here. This is a clip recorder, the desktop app. So notice I have a clip that I've recorded right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to record a couple clips. We're going to merge them together into one video, and then we're going to save it into Dubb. The cool thing about clip recording is you can drag and drop videos from your computer and make them part of the story as long as you have the MP4 file. So you're building out a little clips here that we're going to merge together. Now, what I just recorded was a screen recording clip. So how do we keep going now? I have one clip. What do I do next? The bottom left, you're going to see three creative icons right down here in the preview window. They're right here. The first one all the way to the left is record screen video. That's what I just did. So I'm going to select that button there. It's going to take me right back to where I was. I could have swapped out my background. I'm going to hit record again. And now I'm going to have a second clip in the same style I did the first one. Screen recording. Check mark. And now you're going to see the second one here. Now these clips, I can move them around in any order I would like. So I can grab one and slide it like this or slide it like that. I could do the ending first if I wanted to. So it really frees you up creatively to record it in any order that you want. There's also a three-dot menu on every clip where you can download or delete each individual clip. The next icon right down here is going to be your webcam icon. So if I select that, it's going to open up my webcam. Now I can hit record and I can do a clip that's totally different visually than the other clips that you just saw. Could be the end, could be the middle, could be the beginning. Hit the check mark here, and there is that clip right there. The last option you have down here to the bottom left is what's called record narrator video. What narrator video is, it gives you the ability to take a video that you already have, an existing video in your video library inside of Dubb. Take that video, put it inside of a bubble, and place it on top of anything on your computer. So you're leveraging the power of a video you already recorded, and you can put it on top of anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the narrator button. It's going to take me inside my video library. Let's pretend this is the video that I want. I'm going to select it. And now the pre-recorded version of me can go on top of anything I want. And when I hit record, pre-recorded Rob's going to do all the work. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating. So it's kind of a nice way to split things up. You record something before, throw it in a bubble, and then put it on top of anything you want. Now, the last part of this is merging these clips together and saving it into Dubb. There's two options. One over to the bottom right, upload video. If I select that, it's going to merge everything together and it's going to save it into Dubb. If I select the edit button to the bottom right, it's going to merge everything together. But before I save it, I have the ability to edit this video right inside the desktop app before I save it into Dubb. And the editor here is just like the editor I showed you inside the platform there. So boom, you can do a quick little edit right here, click the upload button, and bam, it's saved inside your platform. I'm doing comic book sounds today. Boom, bam, boom, boom. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to show you the Dubb mobile app. Yeah, the Dubb mobile app. Okay, I had a malfunction for a second. Okay, the Dubb mobile app. So if you don't have the Dubb mobile app, Dubbapp, Dubb app. Now this is going to be similar to the desktop app because the mobile app is a clip recorder too. It's also got some other cool stuff. So let me share my screen here, and this is the mobile app and what it's going to look like and how you're going to record a video. Mobile app is here. Home area, you can see the video library sitting right here in the middle. If I'm going to record something, hit the blue camera icon right at the bottom. Blue camera button, boom, click it here, opens up. And now when you first use this app, the first time you get the Dubb mobile app, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute of recording time. There are other options down here to get specific, but I always slide mine over to 10 minutes, and that way I never get cut off. And that will always stay sticky. at 10 minutes every time you open the app unless you change it. To record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom or I'm going to hold and release. So I'm going to tap it down there and now I'm recording. Timer here, timer there. If I want to pause and resume, that button right here. To end the recording, tap the circle again and there you go. There's the clip, just like the desktop app that we just did. Clip recording. And this clip is automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area if I do need it. I'm going to hit record one more time. Here we go. Timer again. Tap the circle. There's my second clip. And both these clips are now saved on my phone and downloaded. And I can move these in any order. I can take my finger, hold one, slide it to a different order if I want to. I also can tap a clip individually. If I tap a clip here, I can rotate it, I can trim it, I can delete it. And if I select edit, this is where it's going to give me some options right over here to the right. So if I select the music icon to the right, it's going to give me a whole library of music I can choose from to add on top of here. I can also select over here. Here we go. Timer again. Tap. Hold on, there we go. So I can also select the scissor icon to the right. The scissor icon is going to do a basic trim if you need to trim the video. And then you also can do the text icon to the right. Remember how I showed you in the beginning of the training today that you can put the hook on your screen, right? Type it. Hit the text icon to the right. And this is where you come in here. And you're going to type in your hook, circle, just like this. Type your hook, update, and see at the bottom how it shows color, font, size, all that. And then put this wherever you want to put it on your screen. You also can do a voiceover. So see the microphone icon to the right? So this is where if you're recording something and it's super loud and you want to just do a quick voiceover, you can totally do that here. Hit the microphone icon, just hold the button at the bottom, record your voiceover. The original audio, you can either just adjust that down to 0, or if you want it to be, you can hear a little bit of it, totally up to you on that. There's also a speed up icon over here to the right, timer icon. If you select that one there, you might have a fun action clip that you want to make even more fun and quicker. You can just select all the way up to 10x if you want to. Then the last icon down to the bottom right is where you can burn in captions. So you can burn in captions on this clip, or you can actually burn them into the video at the end if you want to do that. These functions of these buttons right over here, right at the top, you can click the tooltip. And when you select the tooltip, it's going to give you a breakdown of what the functions are here for those. And then all you have to do is tap it again and it gets rid of it. A couple ones that are important. This one right here, your countdown timer. So when I select this one here, you can do 3 or 10. I'm going to select 3 seconds because it makes sense. It's like everywhere else in Dubb. 3, 2, 1, and now I'm recording. Now, you also have an option for a teleprompter, which is right here. The teleprompter is really great on this one because when you select this one here, you got a couple options. So first is going to be scroll speed. You can see it right here between 1 and 10. I can hit the play button. I can adjust this up or down. Hit the play button here, and you see the speed. I can do some editing right here with the pencil icon and make any changes that I want. Now, if your eyes are not staying at the top with this thing and they're dropping down here and reading the script down here and their eyes aren't staying close to the camera, just slide the whole script up like this. Just move it up like that, and it's right by the camera. Now, if you want to do a landscape video, all you have to do is just physically turn your phone and you can do the video just like this. It will adjust right there to the camera. If you don't want to use the scroll speed and you'd rather use voice recognition, then what you can do is select the little gear button here, select auto track, and now I can use voice recognition called auto track like this. I'm going to hit record and it'll be like this. Most email campaigns send the same 7 emails to everybody. Dubb AI sends 7 different emails. So notice it's highlighting the words as I'm moving, and that's auto track. So by selecting the gear icon right over here, it's either auto track or auto scroll. And then to close the teleprompter, tap the X to the top right, and it closes. Now, picture in picture that I showed in the beginning, this one right here, if you select this little button here, this is going to open up 2 cameras on the phone. And now when I hit record, I can move myself around, show what's in front of me, make myself bigger, smaller, get out of the way, zoom into the background. You have a lot of choices creatively with this. The last option down in the bottom right is the teleprompter. So take those not teleprompter, is the virtual background. So take those screenshots on your phone and then select this here, puts it behind you, and there you go. You get this right behind you right here. Works really great. Now, when you're ready to merge all these clips together into one video, all you have to do is hit the blue button to the top right. That's going to merge all the clips together like we did with the desktop app. And then you're going to have a finished copy on your phone of that video, download it to your photo video area. And then right here, you're going to have the option to save it into Dubb with there the blue upload button, which is right here to the right. When you select the blue upload button, it's going to save it into Dubb, and then you'll have access to it on the mobile app, and you have access to it anywhere else inside of Dubb. Now you can also share with the mobile app. So I have my video library here. Select the video you want to share. Click the blue share video button right in the middle. Click copy for email. It copies it to the clipboard. Paste it within the email client. Click copy for SMS. Paste it into SMS and send. Or you can select the icons above the video to the top right. Block icon is going to be email, and paper airplane icon is going to be SMS. Now, if you are using any kind of third-party sender or you're using any kind of CRM, whether it's like a Salesforce, a Go High Level, Follow Up Boss, HubSpot, MailChimp, Constant Contact, Monday.com, whatever it is, we have a really large integration list where you can keep the relationships you currently have with those softwares if you want to keep them. Just add video. That's all you have to do here. We have a lot of integrations with these companies, and you can just add a video in. Now, if you want to get out of those, or maybe you don't have a CRM or a third-party sender, Dubb can absolutely do all that. So right over here under CRM, you can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, and tags. You can do bulk sending with Dubb, email and SMS campaigns. And you also can do automation with Dubb. So email or SMS workflows, drip sequences, automations going on in the background. That's part of our Pro Plus plan, the automation. So you definitely have options for that. Now, I mentioned in the beginning Auto right over here, the AI guide, right on the side, the AI guide. Auto is great because not only can it do customer service stuff, you can ask, hey, how do I use the Chrome extension? How do I use the desktop app? But it also can do content writing as well. Now, the cool thing about this is we have this little feature right over here. If you click here, notice that it says basic and sales. I just set this up for me. But imagine for a second I'm in real estate. And imagine that said buyers and sellers. Remember all the splits we talked about with the preset landing pages, how you have different parts of your audience that you want to speak to directly? Same thing here. You can set up different profiles for different parts of your audience so the AI learns about this part of your audience. And then when you're ready to write some copy, just choose the audience you want to write the copy for so AI remembers everything about the audience. So if I was in real estate, I'm going to do a newsletter for my sellers. I'm going to click, make sure it's on sellers. Auto is going to remember everything. Then I click down here and I say, Auto, do me a favor, write out this newsletter to my sellers and blah, blah, blah. It's going to say, great, here it is. And then it's going to ask me, do you want to save this into Dubb, to scripts? I'm going to say yes. Then it's going to take me over here to assets, into scripts, and I'm going to save the script. And then at that point, I can turn it into a script and load it into a teleprompter, and I can deliver it to camera. So you can get into a nice workflow of getting all your audience differences set up over here, right? Your audience people. Auto learns about it, have Auto write copy, save it to scripts, load it into a teleprompter, deliver the script, and then send the video. It's a pretty awesome workflow. Now, as far as help from the team, you can email support@dubb.com, or you can come right down here to the little green intercom bubble and you can talk to someone on our team. You can also do a keyword search where you can put like Chrome extension in here. It'll give you a video, walkthrough, screenshots, everything you need down over here. Now, if you want to talk to someone 24/7, we have our AI coach Sophia right over here. If you call 310-421-4274, available 24/7, tech questions, strategy questions, all that's available right there. If you want a video library to watch training videos, if you click here, it's going to take you to the Dubb Academy. All these are rotated in here. They're all highlighted. They have titles, all in order to learn about the platform. You also can go down here. If you love Dubb, and you want to refer, we have a refer and earn partner program right here. So all you have to do is click apply now, creates your referral link for you, and you can share this and get a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to the Dubb platform. If you're on a paid plan right now and you got 4 or 5 people, you're going to get a free Dubb account because it's 30% recurring. If you want to bring some folks into here to this training, it's dubb.com/T. If you ever have a group of people together in a Zoom area that you want me to come in and pitch, just let me know. I'll come in and pitch for you. And then, you get a free account and then you can get money well beyond that. So Now, we have a training coming up at 12:30 p.m. PST today. That is our Dubb AI training. If you have not been to the Dubb AI training, it's a little Dubb AI assistant that the team has created. And if you want to come in and do that, I'm going to give you the form to register. So it's 12:30 p.m. PST, Monday through Friday. It's a daily training like we do with this, but it's with Dubb AI. I just put that link in there. So if you want to register, we walk through how the team created this little AI assistant that lives inside of Slack. You just need the free version of Slack. And then it can do email sending, updating on the CRM, lead generation, all kinds of stuff. So if there are things that you're doing in your daily tasks that you don't want to do anymore, yeah, think about like WAI, you're kind of hiring an assistant to go do it, and it's pretty awesome. So we go through that every day, Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. PST. We have new folks in there, returners. So if you want to come in and experience it, that's going to be the link to register if you want to do that. Okay, so let me see. Any questions? Anything on anyone's mind? Let's see. Jim. Let's see. Jim. Is Jim still in here? Let me find Jim. Jim. Let's see. There are you, Jim. How are you, Jim?
I know I found unmute. No, the one question I had earlier is right now, are you using a virtual background or are you in a studio?
Oh yeah, this one right here behind me is totally just a light. It just sits right behind me. See right there?
Okay, because I thought I saw a corner of a ceiling at one point. That's what made me wonder.
You can see the line right there. So I
Yeah,
usually sit right in the middle, so it kind of blocks it like that, so it kind of sees it. So yeah.
I just thought you had a part in your hair. But
Ah, that's funny. Yeah. Hey, when I get it long again, you'll be able to see it.
but the
Yeah.
other question I had, and I think I understand that I think you just showed it. It's possible to have a specific hook for each recipient.
If you want to, yeah. You can technically, if it was like, hey Rob, hey
Oh no,
Jen.
I'm actually thinking of a niche.
Oh, got it. Yeah, no, you totally can. I mean, like, because we talk about having different landing pages for different, audiences and things like
Right.
that. So you can technically, it would be smart to do a similar hook related to that. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm
Yeah.
thinking you could have an industry type picture behind them or a front door picture of their building, okay, when you do the hook, but then have the actual presentation be the same thing over and over again, because realistically, it usually
Oh, yeah.
is.
Yeah, yeah. You can have the different openings and then the video in the playlist that plays after can be
Right.
that one. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Okay, then the last question is, and I think I wrote it to you before.
Hmm.
Uh, I have a lot of questions that uh, our problem is credibility and understanding. And
Yep.
what I wanted to do is use almost like you in the bubble, but with a PowerPoint behind it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And but the question I had is if I use a PowerPoint with multi points per page,
Uh-huh.
how do I control the changing of the screen? It's got to be a production learning thing.
You
Everything you've
know,
done looks like it could be done.
I think the easiest thing to do, and because you know the slide deck, right? You know
Yeah.
what's being pointed out, you know what's being shown, right? So what you could do to make it easy, you could write a script. You have the script. You could sit in front of your webcam, deliver it to camera like this, right? Deliver it, just everything you want to say, right? You have it on teleprompter, you're delivering it to camera. You save that video into Dubb, and then you use the Dubb narrator feature that takes the pre-recorded version of you in the bubble. And then all you do is just use the desktop app, add it on top of the slide deck, and you can just relax because you know what you're saying. You can just focus on scrolling the slide deck, pointing things out, all that stuff.
And you would keep the little bubble version running, so
Hmm.
you'd just be you could actually be looking at it on the trans I keep calling it transponder teleprompter, um, and know when you could almost key in there next or something and hit the button to cause the screen to change.
Yeah, whatever you want. The whole idea is that you could beforehand just record the video to the webcam, take that video, put it inside the bubble, so the pre-recorded version of you is doing all the talking, and you can just relax and like when you're recording, just scroll and point things out because you know what you're saying, and then you can just go
Right.
wherever you are on the slide deck. Yeah.
Well, you see, and that would allow you to not screw up something and have to go back and record from the beginning.
Narrate is great. I mean, like the thing, if you did ever, I mean, before narrator came out, if you had to do that, you have to like kind of multitask a little bit. If you're doing it live, you're kind of reading from the teleprompter, you're looking at this. If that was the case and you had to do that, I would break it up into kind of like a little bite-sized chunks because
Right.
the desktop app records in clips anyway. So you
Oh,
technically do it. So you could just break it up to one slide where it opens up, even the pre-recorded version of you, right? Open up to the first slide, boom, it does its thing, hit the check mark, there's your first clip. Then go
Yeah.
to the
Well,
second slide, record again, there's your second one, and then you merge them together. So it's totally up to
see,
you.
the big thing, and we learned this long time ago, even with the overhead transparency things that we used to use
Mhm.
back before your parents were born.
Yeah.
Um, we would do it where we would have multi points, but each point would come up individually so
Mhm.
people wouldn't read ahead.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
got to control the audience, you know.
Right. It's very true. Totally true.
But I mean, I could see you doing a slide with 1 point, then the next slide with 2 points, and the next slide with 3 points. So you're recording everything on a slide level and putting them together.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a lot of freedom.
That way, if you really screwed up, you could start all over again. Yeah,
Well,
on that one slide.
the desktop app gives you a lot of options because you're in clips. You don't like
Yeah,
a clip, get rid of it. You don't have to waste the ones you did before. So I like clip recording. Yeah.
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 Well, you guys have a great product.
I appreciate it, Jim.
In fact, I'm going to buy before the end of the month so Guido doesn't come and charge me more.
perfect. Bring it in.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome, Jim.
I'll see you in a couple hours.
All right, see you in a few.
Bye.
And then let's see, Wayne, I saw you had a question. Wayne, go ahead. If we already have a database that we have worked with, do we still need the permission for an email or a text video? Hey, Wayne.
Hey,
Yeah, so you're saying, so you already reached out by email and text to all those folks?
yeah, all these people I've already done business with, most of it's either text or Zooms and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, look, unless like I think with every email, I know the stuff we send out, we there's always like an unsubscribe. I'm not sure exactly the whole, exact thing you got to have in there. But I think with any emails you send out, there's usually good to have an unsubscribe button if someone wants to. But as far as the GIF and all that, that will always work on an email. And then the SMS, if they've gotten text messages from you before, then yeah, I mean they're opted in. You could always throw in an option on there in the text if you don't want to get these anymore. Just click, stop or whatever. So.
but how does the system know that you've texted them before? Is it just texting them through the system or through the years I've been working with them?
If you've made, I believe there's a way on the back end that it recognizes where if our phones have communicated, then because we've messaged, then the GIF will be fine.
Okay, that's if
Yep.
your phone with the thing, but not that
Yeah.
I've texted them personally on my phone.
Well, you're talking about using like a SendGrid or something, or like a third party, like a
No,
something else, or what?
no, I just my own cell phone. I've
Yeah,
texted
yeah,
people
yeah.
before.
As long as you have communicated with your phone to those folks in SMS and they've responded and you've communicated with them, then yeah, the GIF will be fine. If you ever text someone cold, you have to just ask for permission, obviously. Hey, can I send you this video? Because that way they can see the GIF. So
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
yeah. But yeah, send away.
all right.
Cool. Anything else on your mind, Wayne?
Um, no, I'm still kind of learning it, I guess, trying to figure it out and how I can
Well,
use
just look
it
at it
in
this way. What's your industry, Wayne? What do you do?
real estate.
Yeah, well, the three things for real estate: webcam, property behind screenshot, whiteboard holding up with the address or something about it, if it's a FISBO, expired, whatever it is, maybe a fact
Hmm.
about it. That's one visual. That's one way to deliver it. The other one is the picture in picture in the mobile app.
Yes.
Right? Those are great for property walkthroughs. Even good for like if you didn't expire and it was physically behind you and you talked about it like this.
Yeah.
And then the other one, the screen recordings, being in the bubble for the market updates and things like
Yeah.
that. Those are really great. You could even use the bubble one if you had like, do you work with expireds or FISBOs, Wayne? Or what do you?
A little bit, not too much with FISBOs, but expireds I do.
Because for expireds, you could pull up a shot of the property, and if you thought something was a good selling point of the property, maybe you come into the bubble and you zoom in, you crop it in with the desktop app, and you're pointing like this, and you could you could say with the message, "This will sell" or something, or "This is something you found interesting." That
Yeah.
was maybe different than what it expired from. So,
Yeah. What I was hoping to do is something like a virtual open house rather than
Mhm.
saying I'm going to do an open house on,
Yeah,
I have a list of buyers already,
yeah,
um, and everything. And instead of saying have an open house, if you can make it Saturday from 1 to 3, that's great. But if I did a virtual one, just said,
Mhm.
hey, at your convenience, it's Wednesday afternoon, click this and you'll see a type of a deal.
That's perfect. Yeah, if you use one of those 360 things or whatever online, you could put yourself on top of it with the bubble and just walk through it like that.
Yep.
Or if you're physically at the property, you could hold up the mobile app and say, "Hey, thanks for coming." Like you pretend like they're there, you know? You can have
Right.
the camera and you're moving back and showing. You do something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you want, we
Thanks.
have that email, feedback at Dubb. So if you want to try some stuff out creatively, just send it over to us.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Wayne.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything from anybody else before we go? Anything on anyone's mind before we head out on this Thursday edition? Anyone? 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 Let's see. Do we see anything else? Okay. Well, everybody, thanks so much for coming in. If you want to join us at 12:30 for the Dubb AI show, that's at 12:30 p.m. PST today, and we'll see you then. If not, we'll see you back here for Classic Dubb Sales Studio tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. See you.